morning. Welcome to the breakfast show on Haske-Tv. I am Musa Agbadu, and with me in the studio it's
Farida has. It's so beautiful to have you today. It's been a while.
yeah.
It's been a while.
Well, as usual, we dissect and share on our opinion on issues that are trending in the country and around the world. Please stay with us. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the breakfast show on Haske-Tv. Farida will be taking us on a ride on what the papers are saying today.
We have a lot of interesting topics, burning issues in Nigeria here. So today, let's start with the Punch newspaper, which they had the intro, the bouncing thing that has been going on in the newspapers today. ACF Atiku orders Lumpon presidency over 2027 polls. This is coming on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Besides that, Nigeria's debt profile burden for current next generation, Obasanjo. This is coming on page 30 of the Punch newspaper. Below it, defamation. Foratemi gets 50 million bill to submit passport. This is coming on page 30 of the Punch newspaper. And on page 13, Nigerians gain American citizenship via military service, US. This is coming on page 13 of the Punch newspaper. Moving forward, let's go to Delhi Independence. The punching lead there is, it's injustice to preclude North from running Atiku. It's all about, I can see these bouncing intros in most of the newspaper. This coming on page 29 of the Daily Independent newspaper.
Yeah, it's almost on making headlines.
Yeah.
The secretary to the government of the federation, uh, the former governor of Benue State, George Akume,
Yeah.
said if Atiku Abubakar is destined to be president, even at 80,
Yeah.
he will be president. So there's no vacancy in 2031, and people should leave Aswaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue in 2027. That should not come out. And I feel that is, as a person, I condemn that statement because it's in every citizen's right. You have the right to contest.
I have the right
to contest in democracy. So saying the North should not come out and even mentioning Atiku Abubakar
in person.
Yeah, in person, not to contest in 2027. I feel it's not right. And in the end, I feel the masses of Nigeria have the right and know if they will tell if there is vacancy in 2027 or if there is not. Seeing the situation of the country, what people are passing through, if people are okay with the way the present government is running its affairs, its policies and programs, you don't need to say the North should not come out to contest. The people of Nigeria, in the end, have the power to say who their leader will be.
Because in everything we are the one at the receiving end. Like we said, everyone has the right to vote. Even I, Farida here, I can want to contest someday to be the Nigerian president. But it's not too early to proclaim that statement. We have a lot of things going on in Nigeria. We have a lot of burning things going on in Nigeria. You must not just say that, okay, like Atiku, even though he wants to run the election, he has the right to do that. Don't you think so?
Well, I don't think he has even mentioned it categorically clear that he will be running in 2027, but it is his right to contest. Every Nigerian is eligible to contest, no matter where you're coming from, whether you're from the north or from the south. And if we were to go about this rotation and this issue of this region should enjoy this, the other region should enjoy. And from 1999, that's the return of democracy. I feel the southern part of the country enjoyed more than the north. President Obasanjo did 8 years. Umaru Yar'Adua did 2 years. Goodluck Jonathan did 6 years. That's and Tinubu by 2027 will do another 4 years. That's 17 years. And the north, Yar'Adua 2 years. President Buhari 8 years. That's 10, 11 years. So they are having 17 years. And that's the northern yes. So if we are to even go by, which I don't agree with that, I feel we should go for competency, someone that will be able to move us from point A to B. Let's be realistic. There's no will I say the needed much development that we expected.
It's not about you spending, telling him he's going to like till 2031. Okay, what have you achieved? This is just he's running up his first tenure, first year.
Yes.
So you should be talking about developing Nigeria instead of saying this person does. You should wait till 2031 before running that election.
It's really too early.
Yeah, it's too early for that.
I feel this government should focus on their policies and program, and let's see where we'll go. By 2027, the people of Nigeria have the right to decide whether this present government have done much, and they can decide whether they should continue or someone else should come on board.
But so when you look at it, 2027, to 2027, are you sure you are going to live till then? Even though we are hoping and praying that we should live much more than that. But first of all, let's handle the present. Let's face the present yet before going any further in any discussion. Okay, and that's that on the Daily Independence. Bleak Christmas as banks herd cash. Analysts ask CBN to act fast before festive period. This act of cashless is really affecting us. So upon this period sellers 1,000, he will tell you 200 naira. How?
If he's even willing to give, I feel the CBN should really look into that, seeing as we are approaching the festive season. It's really it's saddening that you have to pay more to get cash. You go to the banks, they tell you the highest you can get is 50,000, and that's if you have you have someone in the bank. And I feel people have the right to their money. This cashless, we don't have the infrastructure to run a totally cashless economy as of now. You need cash to get certain items. You want to get water. There are certain local items, like local running. You will need to pay for a ride. Use the keke you use. Are you going to transfer the money to him?
Do you know, to a point? If you want to withdraw from these POS vendors, if you want to withdraw maybe 30,000 naira, you tell you're only getting they start, but you're only getting 10,000 naira out of, because there's this game. If I should give you 30,000 naira, what will I get from that that amount? So please, you'll be like, okay, if someone will come, people that are collecting 2,000, 3,000, they tend to get more gain than that, and it's festive period. You need to do a lot of shopping for Christmas. So how will all this? And some people don't even accept transfer.
Yeah, that's what I said. For some certain local runnings, paying paying for your fare. So there's no infrastructure in place for us to run a cashless economy. So the CBN, as a matter of urgency, should look into this matter.
Because we're actually receiving it back to back.
Yes,
we are receiving it. Because before you get the cash, it's also a problem. Okay, that's on Daily Independence. On the Nation newspaper, CJN, how to stop conflicting rulings. This coming on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. And above that, Tinubu says, better days ahead with Tinubu's reform, says Omokiri. This coming on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. Obi visit Afi Babalo, Babalola in Edo, Ekiti. This coming on page 5 of the Nation newspaper. And moving forward, on Daily Trust, tax reform. S East, Senate caucus seeks wider consultations. This is coming on page 4 of Daily Trust newspaper. You know, this issue of tax reform, tax reform, tax reform, tax reform.
Well, I feel there's need for wider consultation,
Yeah.
and most people that are making arguments over the tax reform bills have not really gone through the bill. To me, I feel there are certain parts that is good for us as a nation because we really need reforms.
Yeah.
Even the country entirely, not only the tax sector.
Yeah.
But there are other parts of the bill that it's not really there should it's either it should be expunged or it should be there's a way they should put it. Yeah, because if you observe, the business community are not complaining about
They are not
the
complaining.
reforms.
Yeah.
And looking at the timing, the business community, as a businessman, for instance, this is the product I produce, or this is a service I'm renting at the cost of, let's say, a 10,000 naira, and you increase VAT,
Yes.
that's the value added tax. Even if it is by 1%, I have no issue. It's just for me to increase the cost of my product or the service I'm rendering. So that's why there's a kind of conspiracy of silence from the business community. So in the end, who will be at the receiving?
The masses.
Because what you usually get, or a service or a product you get at 10,000, once they increase the VAT, it will tell on the price. It's not going to be 10 again.
Yeah.
So I feel the government, the people, there's this kind of haste, and I feel they should slow down. There should be wider consultation, because in the end,
you have to look into it so much. You should look into it. Let's balance. Let this one up. How Sawa said, the two. Let's balance it. Okay, if you take this direction, will it cause any problem here? Will it cause any problem there? Because I'm buying pure water of 50 naira, and maybe they add that tax. You tell me when we want such a pure water now, it's 100 naira. It's really affecting, because this is something budget.
Yeah.
And the back of Nigeria, there's no money.
Yeah, and I feel the timing is bad.
Yeah.
The timing is bad, seeing what people are going through.
Seriously.
See the inflation rate.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world, once there's addition in VAT, definitely the cost of product and service will also go high. So who will be at the receiving end?
Yeah,
and I feel it's time for Nigerians to get united. This bill is causing a whole lot of controversy.
Yes.
The senators from Southeast are now holding closed-door meetings.
Yes.
And northern senators are holding closed-door meetings. So I think there is a kind of rush. So let there be wider consultation.
Yes.
Let people be involved.
Let them come
and
together.
Also, at the governors forum, that's the NEC. They said the bill should be suspended. And so why the rush? I feel there should be just wider consultation. Religious leaders should be included, traditional leaders should be included, because the essence of government is the welfare and security of the people. If the people are now saying, no, hold on, no, let's see this, I feel this administration should really look into it. There's no need for anything that the people don't want. So you explain more to them. This is what we this is what we intend to achieve with this bill. This is where it will take us from this point to this point. This is at the moment there's not even infrastructure to implement the tax bill. So I feel the Nigerians should be given more time. There should be wider consultation. People should be involved. Yeah.
Let them know what they're getting themselves in. Because when you just talk about tax, someone don't even know what is tax reform.
Yes.
They don't even know. So let them get the knowledge of what they are going to do. Let them get the insight of whatever is going to happen, so that at least when maybe development or things are happening, be like, yeah, it really helped us from this point to this point. I think we'll just take a very short break, and when we return, the breakfast show will continue. Just stay with us. Actually, welcome back to Breakfast Show. We were actually talking a lot about the tax reform stuff that we want the government or the federal to include everybody, giving more time to look at so that everybody is going to enjoy the benefit of all that is happening. Okay, the next newspaper here is the Matrix. The head there, Tinubu hails Nigerians migrants' contribution to global economy. You were talking
Well,
about this particular. I saw you had much interest in it.
yeah, well, I feel of that's of recently, or will I say lately, there's little improvement, and this has been happening over the years.
Yeah.
Nigerians overseas, because it's festive period, they tend to pump in money to their relatives, their friends, their
Yeah.
loved ones, because it's almost Christmas for celebration.
Yeah.
Some are financing their project. Some will be coming over. They need to like clean up the place,
Yeah.
finish up their project. Some are renovating their houses. But as a Nigerian, I really want the policies and programs of the administration to succeed. I really want to see a thriving economy.
Yeah.
But I feel we should not just base and feel as if it's all over. The progress have been made.
Yeah.
I feel there should be ways we can do to sustain it. Let's see January, February, March. Let the
April.
economy keep growing, because every December we usually have this. Yeah, so the economic team, the CBN governor and the rest should ensure that the policies are working. They should not just relax because it's December and there is little improvement in the economy.
So let it be January, February, March. Let it not only be on festive
Yeah,
period.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
something
Because
that you should
everyone knows that
every...
at the moment Nigerians in diaspora are sending money to their loved ones, their relatives. Some are trying to finish up their projects because they'll be visiting home. Some are renovating their house. So yeah, we have money coming in from overseas.
Yeah. So that is that. If you want to know more about that, you should visit page 002 for that. And on Voice of Liberty newspaper, the lead story there, 2027 no vacancy in Aso Rock until 2031 FG. We are still talking about almost the same thing. That means this issue is really burning, since most of the newspapers are having that that lead.
Definitely, I feel people will have the right to speak. You can see the Ariwa Consultative Forum, that's the ACF, speaking. A whole lot of blogs are speaking because this is a democracy. And I feel it's too early talking about 2027. Look at what the country is going through, the rate of inflation and the rest of it, and what the FG. Honestly, I until I saw it, I was thinking it's one of these fake stories.
Seriously,
you can't say people, especially from the north, and mentioning someone's name that he should not contest in 2027.
He was so direct.
Destined to be president.
Even
when he's 80, he will be president. Everybody have the right to contest. So, and I feel it's right for the northern Iowa Consultative Forum and other northern groups to speak up, and not only the north, because this is not only about the north.
Yes.
Every Nigerian. Our leadership selection process strictly based on region.
It's not.
We have competent people everywhere. And to be frank, I feel that the issue of region has failed us, because let's look at the previous administration that was a northern, the 8 years of Buhari. Will you confidently say that the north made significant development because Buhari was president? You and I know it was on Buhari was president where the Almajiri school system was totally collapsed. And it was Goodluck Jonathan that brought the Almajiri school system. So this issue of region, let
Region,
my own be
region.
there, let my own be there, it's not the way.
It's not
The
the way
federal
forward.
government should focus on what is happening, the
And
plight of Nigerians.
that is it.
I feel we have another insecurity, a terror group
Yes.
coming up.
So
Lakra or
yes,
I feel there are more burning issues that the government should focus on rather than
coming out and
coming out that no one should contest. President Tinubu should be allowed to continue 2027 till 2031.
Like, it's just a whole lot of things. Still on the Voice of Liberty newspaper, Zamfara bandit invade community, abduct over 50. And Tinubu responsible for tax reform bills pushback. Sonwi gives reasons. This is on Voice of Liberty newspaper. If you want to know more on the inside, you should visit the newspaper and get that. On Nigerian News Direct newspaper, insecurity, we are hitting them hard. Lukarawa terror group will soon be history. COAS. This coming on page 3 of Nigerian News Direct newspaper.
Well, the chief of army staff, that's Lieutenant General Oloide, he visited the president. That was where he made that statement. Well, he has a lot. Well, he's from the infantry corps. He was brought from Jaji, that's #1 division of the Nigerian army. He has a whole lot on his shoulders. What I observed was throughout his speech, the acceptance speech, when he went to the Senate, when he went to the House of Reps, he didn't promise that he's going to continue from where the late Chief of Staff Lagbaja stopped. Lagbaja was working on the welfare of the soldiers and the rest of it. Well, he has promised that the terror group will be a thing of the past. We are looking and we hope that things will improve. The issue of ISWAP, the issue of Boko Haram, I hope it will not rear its ugly head.
Just like Zamfara, that still Zamfara. They abducted, I think, 30 people. So they paid a ransom of 3 million naira, but they refused.
That's the
3 million, yes. They refused to collect that. Where are we headed to?
Is that bad?
Is that bad? 3 million and a family of, he's still struggling. So it's something, it's so bad. And
so it's still in the hands of the kidnappers.
Yeah.
Wow. So the chief of army staff have a lot to do, and the army alone cannot do it. I feel he has to do more of collaboration with other security agencies, and also he should look at the welfare of soldiers. What they receive, their pay, their allowances should be consistent. The welfare of their families, fallen heroes. I feel that will boost the morale. More to do more of that when you interrelate well, because the army cannot do it all. We have the Air Force, the Navy, the police, the civil defense. So there should be much more cooperation. The welfare, the promotion of the soldiers should be looked into. Their allowances should be regular and paid as at when due. So we wish him all the best, and we hope that there will be improvement in the security. There will be improvement.
So that we will not be sleeping with our eyes open, one eye is open. So we'll now take a short break again. When we return, we will come up with more and more beautiful stories. Just stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Haske-Tv Breakfast Show, where we bring to you burning issues happening within and even across the globe. And there is also a number on your screen. If you have insight to chip in, we are most welcome about that. And Gida, let's come back home. We've gone national, international, so let's come back home. It feels so good to be home, as Hausa people say. CSU, Taraba State University, has an impact on a strike. We all know, and there is the student actually wanted to protest. It was this Tuesday. They were going to protest about the strike, and at God will have it, Starboy actually appealed on the student that, Starboy, education is his top priority. If you can see, educational factor. So he actually appealed to the student that he's working, everything is going to be fine, even though the student are busy complaining and complaining and complaining. So Musa, do you have anything to say on that issue?
Well, the ASU in Taraba State University have decided they've taken a position,
Yeah.
and the state governor, to me, I feel, has been proactive
Yeah.
and is someone that loves education. We can see it from his policies and
Yeah.
programs. But to balance it, definitely the welfare of lecturers and teachers should be looked into.
Yeah.
He's been proactive, seeing he has created and approved the creation of Ministry for Tertiary Education,
Yeah.
and already he has sent someone that will oversee the ministry before the appointment of a substantive commissioner. So I feel there should be consultation. Let there be a table. They should come to the table, seeing at the point students were writing exams.
Seriously.
There are persons that were just
Left
having a
with
paper to graduate. So I
imagine your
feel,
dream being
yeah,
taken back.
I call on and appeal to the ASU, the leadership of ASU in Taraba State University, to come to the table, saying as if, okay, you've made this action and this is what the government is doing.
Yeah.
So I feel they should come to the table, and if possible, please, it should be resolved, because at the end, it's the student. It's the student. But to me, honestly, we must commend His Excellency Dr. Abukefas. Yes, he has been proactive, seeing immediately the issue came up.
Yeah.
He approved Ministry for Tertiary Education, which hitherto was not in existence. So definitely he's making effort to see everything come back to normal. But I feel this issue of, we should not let problem linger before bringing a solution.
Seriously.
Yes, because at the end now is the students. Most of them have planned to travel, and the rest of it.
Planned. I have someone that she was like, I'm just left with 2 papers. After that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. School don't tire me. I'm so tired of school. I want to, how it feels to be a graduate. I want to go out I want to serve the nation. Like, a whole lot of stuff on her mind. When you're left with just 1 paper, she just felt like her dream was shattered. She feels, okay, when are we going to resolve all these issues? So one of my sisters said, the lecturers, they have families. It's not all about you always.
Yeah.
They all have families that to take care of. So if they are not being paid, how will they have the strength to come and lecture you guys and stuff like that?
Well, our lines are open, viewers.
If
You
you have
can,
any insight,
yes, you can chip in. We talk about the tax
reform,
reforms. We spoke about the FG saying there's no vacancy in 2031, and the academic staff union of
union,
Taraba State University. And I'm confident that definitely there will be a solution
there will
sooner
be,
than later. I'm
yeah,
very confident because the governor is someone that has education
on
at
his
heart.
at heart. Yes, he
Definitely.
has that.
I had him several times. The last time during the convocation
Yeah.
in College of Education, he said you can sabotage his effort
Mm-hmm.
in other sectors.
Yeah.
He might not come to you, but once it is education, he will
Run
face
like
you head on. So we hope that this issue will not linger and it will be a thing of a past sooner than later. And we're appealing to ASU, the leadership of ASU in Taraba State University, to please come to the table
and
and
look into
let's,
the
yes,
matter.
and let it be resolved.
Let's talk about something that is happening now and then. It's festive period. There's this issue of after kidnapping, we have small thieves around the corner. Yesterday night, my neighbor, thieves actually entered her house. A burglary. They broke down. They took television because she traveled. She traveled. She didn't leave anybody at home. They took laptop, TV, fridge, like a lot of things. So when we were talking in the morning, someone said, "Ai babu aiki a gari ai." To ai ga yunwa ba aiki ya mutum zai yi in ba sata ba. So I wanted to take him to the police station because actually I feel like he's also a thief. I know we are going through a lot. Nigeria, we are going through a lot, but stealing someone's property is not actually the way forward. For how long will you keep stealing? Okay, let us be vigilant. Let us take proper precautions. This festive period, maybe he wants to get for his family this, he wants to buy this, he wants to buy that. So let us be very cautious of our environment before going out. If you can even have it, leave someone at home. If you're traveling, there should be someone to take care of your property at home because this is not the right time for all that. And also,
And definitely, Farida, I agree with you on that.
yeah,
People should be vigilant, most
vigilant.
especially this season. If you are traveling, you mustn't leave the home empty.
Yes,
You might invite one or two
of
people
course.
that are not traveling to be around. And also,
To
if you
watch.
see any strange or notice any strange person or strange movement
You should
around your environment, you should say something, shout,
say something.
so that this criminal element will not have advantage
They're looking
over
that
us.
it
Yeah.
shouldn't be about poverty.
Mhm.
We the youth, we should have something to do. Sana'a. Even if you don't have money, when you enter the market, there's these people that push this wheelbarrow. You before Christmas or before any other thing, it can help you a lot. We sitting, they said an idle mind is a devil's workshop, as we were said in school, in primary school days, is a devil's workshop. So we should have, we should be vigilant. We should know, okay, we should know that everything is going to be fine. We must not steal someone's property. We must not enter people's house. We are all brothers. We should be our brother's keeper and stuff like that. Almajiri.
Yeah, before we go to that, not only people, I feel on the part of security agencies, there should be more of patrols and the rest of it. So the security agencies should
Agency should
also
also look
rise
into
to their
this
responsibility.
because
They
it's
are
festive
supposed to, yeah,
period.
they are supposed, their
A lot.
duty is to secure life and properties of the citizens. So we also call on the security agencies to please increase. Yes, they are trying,
They are trying.
but this issue is becoming one too many. So they should rise to the occasion to protect life and properties of the citizens.
Seriously. Or will I even advise that in all these quarters there should be vigilante. vigilante maybe office
Yeah,
in
definitely,
each quarter like that.
definitely.
If there is at least all this kidnap, all these boys, all these little boys trying to enter people's house, it's going to reduce a lot of risk on that.
Yeah, actually, security and insecurity is local.
Yeah.
Most times, before you have any attack,
Mm.
there usually must be an insider.
Yes.
So people should be vigilant, and the locals, that's the vigilante you talk about, are extremely important,
Yeah.
especially in tackling this kind of issue, because
Issues.
most of the people involved,
Mm.
they are close by.
Close
They are,
by.
yeah, the criminal elements are close by. So we
You
feel
know.
there should
You know.
be a coordinated
Mm.
form of security outfit,
Yeah.
local arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone should have a local
Before you
arrangement.
call the police officer,
Mhm.
at least there's someone to take care of your issue
Yes,
before he comes
comes.
over.
Yeah.
Because when you shout at night, they do patrol. At least we should give them a thumbs up on that, because they are actually trying. The volunteer group are actually trying on the issue of let's call it small tips.
And also, I feel here in Jalingo, we must commend the chairman of Jalingo local government, Dr. Aminu Joroso.
Yeah.
There's this community kind of
Mm.
security arrangement that he has been supporting. There is this settlement as of a team. He has also been
Yes.
supporting them, and
Yes.
it's really reducing crime. So other people
Mm.
should, would I say, copy such. I feel we are out of time.
And it's
We'll,
they're actually knocking. So
yeah,
before we leave, it's Hamatan. Don't forget to take care of your skin. Don't forget to put on your mask, socks. There's leg socks. If there's hand socks, do put it on, because this Hamatan is not actually funny.
yeah.
It's not funny at all.
So you should just stay safe out there.
Be safe out there, and we here at the Breakfast Show team, we are saying, do have a very nice day.
Compliment of the season. Have a great day.